like getting ready for a speaking event that I have. So I usually unpack and pack books that I'm going to take with me or some giveaways, things like that. But this is a really big opportunity for me because I'm actually speaking in front of some really influential women in the county that I live in. So I'm going under my bed, and all of a sudden I'm realizing that unpacking is the same as packing to get ready for whatever you're doing. Like, so I'm thinking 2024 out with 2024 because I was going to go under there and take out some of the books that I've read already, right? And I was like, wow, I've read all these books, but unpacking really means, did I apply any of this stuff? Did I apply any of these books that I've read, anything that I've learned over the 2024? Did I apply them? Because it's okay to learn. It's okay to learn. But did I apply them? See, most of the time we want to apply a lot of information that we learn or give it to other people. And what I learned is that information comes to us, or opportunities come to us because it's for us, but we tend to kind of get rid of it. I think I really want to build a library. Devin was such a great guest on my show, but I wanted to create probably a children's library with all the things. This is one of my first books about about the body, protecting your body for young people. Because if you guys follow me, I'm a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. So I love advocating against it and preventing it. So creating work around that. But anyway, so unpacking, I'm really just looking at all the stuff that I have. These are all my books here. This is one of my books as well. Of course, this one. Guys, you always seen it in the cameras, right? But I'm kind of unpacking, and here's one of my books. I think I'm going to redo this book, guys. For all you that have read this book and have this book or even have it on an ebook, tell me what you think about it, and I want to revamp it. I want to redo it, but tell me if you like it or not. I also have, if anyone needs a copy, I have free ebooks. Just comment below, and I'll give you a copy of it. So, I got all this stuff inside a container that I'm taking with me, but I don't think I need it all. This is my first magazine that I've written several years ago that had almost 35 contributors every month on writing their stories, which is pretty cool. So that really doesn't belong in there. Now, this is one of my first collaborations, that I've done with, I want to say nearly 10 women, which is pretty cool. Dr. Denise Burton, Nicole Jean Christian, Lizelle Powder, Dr. Georgette Greer-Key, Terry, and one of my friends that I met along the way, Mitchell Goodstein. He did the drawings for this. I thought it was apropos for him to do it, and he was a great guy, and he kind of did this. But we had so much success with that. Cool. This is. So guys, that I love China, and I lived in China for a year. So this particular magazine was the year of the rat, which is pretty cool. I gotta read this over again. So as I was telling you guys, we acquire all this stuff, and this is just books, okay? Think about if it was bottles, if it was junk, if it was clothes, if it was pocketbooks, if it was shoes, did we apply any of it? Was it useful? Did we use any of it? And I'm just going through all of this just to figure it out. Did I use any of it? Oh, This is a great tool. You know, I'm going through all this. I got to empty this package. But anyway, this is the doll we use for cognitive behavioral therapy. You know, to talk to your little you. This is the doll. We have two of them. So yeah, but that really doesn't belong in the package. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. But oh, and I created this. You know when you do things, you really think it's a great idea, but you know, still do it because it might be a great idea. You have to test it out, whatever. And I created these signature scents that were candles and room diffusers, and I was able to share them with. Still smell good. With a couple of hotels in my area, so it was really a great experience. And why am I telling you that? Because don't not do something. Do something. You know, if you feel you could do it. And I have these available. They're called Wonderful. They smell so good. Oh my gosh. And they're not hyperallergenic, so it's great. So why am I here digging under all of this stuff? I just need to get a feel of what I didn't apply to my freaking life. And I read a lot of books. If you think about that, you've read a lot of books too, right? Hello. Hello. Um, yeah, I'm still selling them. I'm still selling the candles. Yeah, I'm still selling them. I have them. I have them on Etsy, but you're able to get them if you want. If you want them, you could just leave me a message, or you can go to my website, www.ednawhite.com. Do you believe I read this? I read this. This was one of my first podcast guests. She did so much work on Cold Spring Harbor, which is on Long Island, and she did so much work on it. Look how thick the book was. Wow. But I read this, yeah. And she gave me like 50 copies to give away. And I did. I gave a lot of them away. It was really good. Yeah, so. Wow. Minding your business. Minding your business. By Charlene Williams. Minding Your Business by Charlene Williams. It's a journal. This book here, Logan Kingston. I read this book and I really was looking for more. You ever had that? It's like whenever you read a book, you read something, and you're looking for some more. So it says the right swipe. So this is about dating, right? This is about dating, and so I read the stories that you know that she had with each encounter, but at each one of them I didn't see was there a remedy. So did I apply this one? Probably not. Probably not. This is about child welfare system. There's a lot of stuff in here. Wow. This is from the pandemic. From the pandemic. Somebody wrote a book from the pandemic. Oh, here's a look at this. So I just turned to this. This is a book from Roger Pollard, and Motivation in You. So you know motivation's internal, right? It's not external. Nobody can motivate you. They can only spark. They're like they're like the match, and then that ignites you. But then you motivate yourself. They can only ignite, inspire. So it says, don't tell me your goals. Show me how you work, and I will tell you what your goals are. You think that's true? I guess it's a whole lot of action. Whole lot of action. Believe it or not, these are all people. Look at this. Do you remember this? Do you remember this? I don't even have a machine for that anymore. That's crazy. I gotta get rid of that. It's pretty bad. The career woman over 40. I wonder if I have to go over them, read them again. Beautiful ashes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. These are all literally authors that I've interviewed over time. The podcast has been on for about since 2019. This is she was wow. She passed away. But she was the one, the emergency person, the person that kind of helps you when you're when disaster. She's a disaster planner. That's what she was, a disaster planner. But she passed away, Linda Fosdick. She passed away. Shit happens, and she said, "Edna, thank you for having me on Keeping It Real on Purpose. Here's a copy of my book, Beautiful Badass: How to Believe in Yourself Against the Odds, for reading, pleasure, and review." Wow, this has been a while ago. Wow. I think I have that book that she's talking about. So many stories. Ooh, here's another one that Linda wrote right here. Networking. We all need that. We all need that. This is just like a teacup book that you can go to. Oh, I think I'll have to take that out and read that again. Here's my friend Linda Springer. She's on Long Island, Suffolk County, and there's always hope. She wrote a story about her son. Oh, and Nancy Matthews. Oh my gosh. Actually, Nancy was one of the ones that I got a public speaking certification through. She has this organization in Florida. This is poetry. What do you guys think about poetry in the written form? What do you think about it? I know for me, when I wrote poetry, it always was significant to something. So like, if I was going through something, very poignant for that, but it sounded better when you were saying it versus, reading it or captivating it in a book. It was better. Or when I wrote one of my first poems that was published for an for an artist, and it became part of what they wanted, what their display was. So it has to go along with something. But what do you think of poetry in a book? What do you think about it? Do you like it better as a book formation or an audio book? Do you like it as a spoken word? To hear the inflections, what it really sounds like. I think I like it being heard because if I read it, right? If I read it, it wouldn't like this. I'm gonna read this one. Questions. This is by Margaret White. Questions. Questions into my mind yesterday, but answers I do not have. Who is this man named Jesus that died on Calvary for me? I know I need to ask more questions to lead me to the right way. I know change must take place, and I wonder, will I have the courage to make up my mind that heaven is where I want to go? Many questions, little answers, but God knows it all. I don't know. I would have to know. I think I'm a why person. I would have to know what made you write this and what was the real question, I don't know. That's just me. Oh, here's my friend Bahia. We just had something together at Barnes and Nobles in Riverhead, and she sold out of all her books. Let me just tell you, all her books were sold. So this is the book here, and she gave this to me. She's like, I'm finished, I'm done, and she gave me this one. So a guide to integrating into intellectual stimulation for diversity and inclusion in organization. Is there diversity and inclusion? I gotta think about that. And who do you think it's for? Is it for the non-diverse or for the diverse? That's a real question. We'll pick it up some other day. So I got all this. I think what I'm gonna do is put this. I'm not gonna use this. These magazines I'm not gonna keep. I'm not gonna put in my bag to take with me. This is for the children section. Has anybody read Eckhart Tolle? Put in the comments if you read this. You see it's all bitten up. Has anybody read it? I know I follow him a lot. I think I'm going to have to reread this one. The Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. I'm going to have to reread that one. And this is an old book, a very old book. A New Negro for a New Century by Booker T. Washington. It's pretty old. My friend gave this to me. It's pretty old, so I definitely got to keep it. You know how you have some things that might just be worth something? I don't know. But yeah, so I definitely got to keep that one. So, let's see, what is this? One of the books. All right. So that goes back. Done that. So now I know what I gotta do. And what I gotta take with me. Do you believe I only have 3 books? I had started out with 20 of these. I think it was 20 or 25. I only have 3 left. If anybody wants to buy one of these, please let me know. I want to get rid of them. So I could buy more. So let's see. Okay, those books are coming with me. I think I'm gonna take this. Oh, this is the room diffuser. If anybody wants to see that, this is the diffuser with the smells so good with the rods. So if anybody wants thinking about buying that, check me out on Etsy or hit me up on my website, www.ednawhite.com. This is what my prize, my award was in. I like the box. What do you do with boxes from awards? Do you throw them out? What do you do with them? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that part out. I have no idea. None whatsoever. And this doesn't go with me, so that gotta stay on the side. And this goes here. This doesn't go with me, so that gotta go inside. So I think I'm good. I think I'm all set. I'm definitely gonna read that book. These 2 books today. These 2. And I think I'll stop back by and ask you guys what you think about it. I think that's really it. I don't know. I know there's some like people out there that do a lot of reading, and I read about a fair amount, about 2 books a week, because I have podcast guests. I have to do it, because I have to know their subject matter when I go on and ask them questions that are important. But do you guys read? Yeah, I know you read to get by, but on a daily basis, do you read? Do you read at all? You know what I'm saying? Do you read regular books? What do you do? I don't know. It's just a question to ask, pretty much, like what you read, because I know I have to read, so I have to read. But yeah, so I just stopped by today just to share that with you, because I know, these days go by past really fast. But thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. And if you want the candles, if you want one of my books, just go to my website, www.ednawhite.com. Simple as that. Go there and send me an inquiry, and I will be able to send you a book or tell you how much it is. Or if you have a question, a life purpose or a life improvement question, I'm open for that. For the questions, I like the questions. I also give free consults, 30-minute free consults if you like them. If you want one, if you have a question about life or an issue that you want to solve, especially about self-improvement, don't send me anything silly about nothing I don't know about, because I'll just laugh, but that's fine. I'll answer it, but I really want to see what you guys think, because you guys are all from all over the place, different countries. Thank you, Slay. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. But yeah, so thank you for stopping by. Listen, drop in my comments below and tell me what you want to hear about, what you want to talk about. Be serious, because let's talk about some things. Let's really talk about some things. I really want to get into this book today, so it looks like heavy reading. Heavy reading. I think I'll read a paragraph a day. Look at this. Right up my alley. Our inherited dysfunction. Ooh. Like it. I think that's where I'm going to start. Inherited dysfunction. How was your New Year's? Mine was quite quiet, very family oriented. I'm going to tell you, I didn't make it to the countdown. Did not at all. So sorry. But did you know that the calendar we have is not really the calendar? And this is not the first of the year? Did you know that? It's just the calendar we're given. Shout me out if you know that, or you have any information about that. Is it real? Because I know for me, I don't really make New Year's resolutions at all. I don't make them because, like my title says, unpacking from 2024 really is the same as packing for 2025, because you're taking out stuff that you learned, or you might have learned, or you said you learned but really didn't apply it. How I'm going to break up with this person or not talk to this person, but you still talk to them. Stop it now, So, yeah. But if you know the answer to that about the calendar, please tell me. Because I know I've seen some things, on TikTok, some things on online about that December is not the last month. It's not really the last month. But a lot of things that we're told, and I think most of us all know that, a lot of things that we were told really weren't true, And I guess that gives us more of an opportunity to be broad, and open up to a lot more things and be accepting and acknowledge more things. I think that's great, for this new generation that's coming up. They're going to be able to open up to those things. Yeah, so who's a great networker out there? Shout me out. Say, hey, I'm a great networker, because I'm going to read this. I'm going to read this, and I'm going to come back on and ask some network questions. What do you think the best networking rule there is? What's the best networking rule there is? I'm gonna tell you mine. Mine is. If you're still thinking about it, have an agenda. Who you want to talk to before you get there. Just don't talk. Just don't randomly hand out your cards to everybody. Have an agenda. Have an agenda about who you're going to talk to and why, and what you're going to talk about. You know, that's what I would do. That's my biggest change for me. Several years ago. Several years ago, I decided that everybody wasn't for me. You know. So, all right. So I guess I'm wrapping it up. Thank you guys for stopping by. When you're unpacking for 2024, right? Make sure you apply things. Make sure you apply it and make it work for you. Just don't learn the lesson, because you can learn a lesson, but you don't, just like you learn arithmetic or algebra and you never use it, right? Right. Well, you don't really use it, right? So make sure that you're unpacking and you're really learning something. You're taking those and you're applying those lessons. And don't be a liar to yourself. If you said you're not going to do something, don't do it. Change is very hard, and sometimes it hurts. It hurts and it's painful, and especially if you have to get away from toxic folks, toxic family members, all of that stuff, for you to live a healthy and a healed life. You may want to not be involved with that. So take a stance and make sure you keep that line. Nope. You toe that line. Nope, I'm not going to give in. Nope, I'm not going to go back to the girl or guy that treated me wrong. Nope, I'm not going to go pick up that family member that really aggravates me and doesn't appreciate me. No, I'm not going to stay at this job that is really toxic and every day I'm depressed. I'm not going to do it. No, I'm going to be nice to myself, kind to myself, compassionate. See you next time.